What's up, everyone? And welcome to the Daily Dose of Renewables, brought to you by the Renewable Energy Smart Brief. I'm your host, Sean McMahon, and if you want to read more about the stories I discussed today, click on the link in the show notes to sign up for the Renewable Energy Smart Brief. Today is Thursday, July 24th, 2025, and here are some of the headlines we're following. The U.S. Department of Energy has canceled a $4.9 billion loan guarantee for the $11 billion Grain Belt Express transmission project. The cancellation comes after a conversation between President Donald Trump and Republican Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri. The project, which was being developed by Invenergy, was supposed to connect wind energy in Kansas to Illinois, but it faced opposition from Missouri officials over eminent domain and land use. The DOE also claimed, quote, "The conditions necessary to issue the guarantee are not likely to be met, and it is not critical for the federal government to have a role in supporting this project," end quote. And in a messaging move that I'm not afraid to describe as interesting, a spokesperson from Invenergy seemed to confirm the DOE's assertion. Quote, "While we are disappointed about the LPO loan guarantee, a privately financed Grain Belt Express transmission superhighway will advance President Trump's agenda of American energy and technology dominance while delivering billions of dollars in energy cost savings, strengthening grid reliability and resiliency, and creating thousands of American jobs," end quote. So yeah, it sounds like the team at Invenergy sees the only path forward for this project to be via the route of private financing. Next up, a newly released White House AI Action Plan recommends 90 policy actions to accelerate data center build-out, streamline permitting, and strengthen the U.S. power grid. Federal agencies are directed to review and repeal regulations that may hinder AI progress. Agencies have also been ordered to prioritize infrastructure siting on federal land and accelerate deployment of dispatchable power sources, such as advanced geothermal, nuclear fission, and fusion. Critics say the plan is faulty because it doesn't offer much in the way of wind and solar. On the solar supply chain front, Latitude Media has a great piece in today's newsletter, which explores the impact of recent policy changes on solar cell procurement and the broader solar industry. Sourcing foreign entity of concern compliant solar cells may be challenging and costly for U.S. manufacturers. Plus, a new anti-dumping and countervailing duty investigation has added another layer of complexity for the industry. According to CEO John Ketchum, NextEra Energy's scale will help it navigate tax credit phaseouts and other changes under the Trump administration. Ketchum says, quote, "We believe that we've begun construction on a sufficient number of projects to cover our development expectations through 2029, end quote. But despite Ketchum's optimism, shares in NextEra slipped 7.1% on the market yesterday amid uncertainty over policy changes. And speaking of policy changes that have rattled the markets, Powin, a major player in the U.S. battery storage industry, has filed for bankruptcy, highlighting the challenges faced by the sector amid shifting trade policies and tariffs on Chinese imports. The company, which rose to prominence by installing lithium-ion batteries after the Aliso Canyon gas leak in California, has been heavily reliant on imported battery cells from China. The bankruptcy also raises concerns about the future of the 11.3 gigawatt hours of storage that Powin has already installed. Well, that's our news for today. But just remember, if you want more details about these stories and more developments making news in the renewables industry, click on the link in the show notes to sign up for the Renewable Energy Smart Brief. The Renewable Energy Smart Pod is a production of Smart Brief, a future company.